U has two long sounds, and a long sound of a vowel is its name. The name of U is U. The name of A is A, so that's its long sound. The name of E is E, so that's its long sound. The name of U is U, so that's its long sound. However, U is the only letter that has two long sounds. It can say its name, U, or just that last part, U. Both are correct. Both are long sounds. In order to spell the long U sound, either one, there must be another vowel in the next one or two spots. However, there are other ways to spell the long U sound that don't even involve a U at all. So, let's see, where do I want to start? The first, well, I'm just going to show you what we're going to learn today. We're going to go over these two options for spelling the long U sound, UE versus EW. You can notice that that EW doesn't even include a U at all. So we're going to look at that more in depth in the next reading class, because you need to learn to recognize that as a unit that makes the long U sound without that hint or that trigger of that first vowel. So we'll go over that more in the next reading class, but in this class we're going to primarily focus on the long U sound being spelled by that UE, because that is the one that is most often used at the end of multisyllable words. So UE is usually used at the end of longer words. And since I like to give you longer words, so it's more of a challenge, most of our words today are going to end with that UE. If you see a very short word, we're going to put an EW at the end. And it could say either U or U, such as few, it says its whole name, U, few, or chew, it says just that last part, U, chew, that. So those two words are good examples of the two sounds that long U can make, either U as in few or U as in chew. And it's also, they are also good examples of that EW spelling of the long U sound being at the end of a very short word. That's where it usually goes. UE will usually go at the end of longer words, as in continue. Okay? So let me share my screen and we'll get going. Okay. So our first word that we're going to do together, and I'm just going to put down here so I don't have to mention it again, because I don't want to give you too big of a hint, but I do want to make sure that you're prepared. So EW is primarily for the end of short words. UE is primarily for the end of longer words, meaning multi-syllable, more than one vowel that don't touch. Okay. So our first word to do together is, do we even need to do this together? Might as well. Prue. Prue. So our sounds are P, U. Consonants. P, U. Now for this U, I have several options, but these are the two that we're going to be focusing on today. This is mostly at the end of short words. This is a short word, so that EW goes there. Okay, your word is sploo. Sploo. Sp-l-oo. Go for it. How would you spell the word sploo? Sploo. Yep. Exactly. So our consonants are S, P, O, U. Our U of choice is EW because it's a shorter word. Number 2, we have brundu. Brundu. So we have B, R, A, N, D, U. Brundu. Consonants. B, R, A, N, D, U. Vowels. I want this U to say We always have to look at the next two letters. If there's two consonants there, it's perfect. We don't have to do anything, which there are, so we can leave it. U at the end of a longer word, meaning multi-syllable, and you can tell it's multisyllable because there are two vowels that do not touch, is usually a UE. Okay? So your word without me is plum pew. Plum pew. P-L-U. Plum pew. How would you spell plum pew? Good. Francesco? Exactly. Good word one. Yeah, can you remember what would be qualified as a short word? Only one vowel sound. That is a short word. So it's just easier for me to say than monosyllable. So I just say short and longer versus monosyllable and multisyllable. Short words are one vowel, one syllable. And you can tell it's one syllable because there's only one vowel sound. Multisyllable qualifies as longer words, meaning there's more than one vowel that don't touch because every syllable has to have a vowel sound in it. All right, our word was plum pew. Get that right here. Right here, Daryl. Give me this sound right here. Plum pew. And Cameron, I need this sound right here. Right here. Plum pew. Good. All right, so our consonants are p, l, m, p, u. So for this can it say there? Yes, it can. I don't have to double the M because there are already two consonants there. U at the end of a longer word is usually UE. U at the end of a longer word is usually UE. All right, next, clusu. Clusu. We have k, l, s, u. Consonants. K, l, s, u. Vowels. Now, I want this U to say Can it? No. It can't yet because it needs two consonants after it to make its short sound If there's not two, we make two. Now it can say its short sound. U at the end of a longer word is usually UE. Clusu. Now, just for fun, what would that word have said with only one S? Now it's clusu. Clusu. So clusu would have to have two S's. All right, your word is flumu. Flumu. F-l-u. Flumu. How many sounds in flum? No, how would you spell flumu? Flumu. Would the E in EW be counted as a vowel when I'm trying to figure out if it's a short or long word? Oh, good question. This EW together has to be counted as one vowel sound. Vowels are complicated, but usually a vowel refers to a sound. And so since this EW makes one sound, it's going to get one line right here. Let me see if that answers your question. Would the E and EW be, yeah, so would the W. The W would be considered a vowel also. I'm trying to figure out if it's a short or a long word. What you would count though, is the vowel sounds, which are dotted. So that's why when you go through and you dot the sounds, this one has two vowels sounds. So this is a two-syllable word. This has only one vowel sound, regardless of how many actual letters spell that sound. It has only one vowel sound, so it's one syllable. Excellent question. Our word was flumu. Daryl, give me one more letter. Yeah. All right, so our consonants are f, l, m, u. I want this U to spell the sound. Can it? No. Right now it would spell the long U sound because there's a vowel one or two doors down. I don't want it to say U or oo. I want it to say That sound is short. You can tell because it doesn't say the name of the letter. Short vowel sounds need two consonants after them. If there's not two, we make two by doubling the next letter. Now it can say U at the end of a multi-syllable word is usually spelled UE. You're never going to spell a word with U at the end. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say never. There are very few exceptions. You can spell the word flu, but that's just because it's short for influenza. And you can spell the word U, but that's an irregularly spelled word. But typically, words do not end in a U. That's why we're going to use this UE or this EW option. Flumu. Okay, what would that word say with only one M, by the way? Now it's flumu, flumu. And that's a good example of this vowel sound of the long U changing based on the shape that your mouth was in when it made the sound before it. So this U long sound sounds like oo because my mouth was already in that shape when I made the L sound. Flew, flew. This long U sound says its whole name, U, because my mouth was already in that shape when it made the M sound, mew. So it just comes out naturally. Flew mew. Yeah? All right. Let's do a little bit harder one. Spell the word without me. Mutaboo. Mutaboo. B. Ooh, mutaboo or mutaboo. Take your time. Mutaboo or mutaboo. Ooh, very good. Nice, Lily. Mutaboo. Very close, Daryl. Give me one more letter somewhere. Mutaboo. Very good, Amy. Mutaboo. Mutaboo. Excellent, Sheldon. Sheldon, put that U first, and then you'll have it. Excellent, Red One. Cameron, I need a vowel sound in the middle. I need this vowel sound right here. All right, so for mutaboo, we have b, u. Vowels. I want this U to say that's a short sound, so we have to double the T, so there are two consonants after it. Mata. I want this U to also say it's a short sound, so we have to double the B. U at the end of a longer word is usually UE. U at the end of a longer word is usually UE. This one's a little hard because one of the options is a UE where that U comes first and the E comes next. The other option is a EW where the E comes first. So it's like, which one comes first? This is the odd one. There's no U at all. That's just an odd one that we're going to go over. Sorry, I keep saying that, but in reading we'll do a deep dive into that EW. But this UE right here, the most common spelling for the U sound at the end of longer words, the U is going to go first like normal. The E is just there so that the U can make its long sound. Okay, try this one. Now be careful on this one. Go slow. I want you to spell the word pootadoo. Pootadoo. P-oo-t-a-d-oo. Pootadoo. Take your time. There you go, Sheldon. Nice. Pootadoo or pewtadoo. Gorgeous, Lily. Pootadoo. Beautiful, Red One. Nice, you guys. Pootadoo. Daryl, you have one extra letter, my friend. Francesco, you have one extra letter, my friend. Cameron, you have one extra letter. And you need another one in the middle, in the other spot. You can do it. Yes, Julie, gorgeous. Pew to do. Figure it out. You can do it. Pew to do. Just take your time. Yes, exactly, Sheldon. All right, so our consonants are p, u, t, d, u. For this U to make its long U sound, I don't have to do anything else. It already says its name because there is another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. But this U, I want it to say which it can't yet until I double the D. Now it can say its short sound. U at the end of a longer word is usually U-E. Poo to do. Poo to do. That was a hard one. Okay, I'm going to throw at least one more in here real quick. Spell the word bew. 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 Yeah. For those of you who are wondering, take a look over here. Bew. So we have our consonant B, and then for U, our choices are at EW for short words, at the end of short words, I should say. This is end of. Or UE for the end of longer words. This qualifies as a short word because there's only one vowel sound. So we're going to put that EW right here. Okay? Bew. This EW says U. It's weird and it's odd and I don't know why. I wish I did. There's no U in there at all. So why is it allowed to say U? I don't know, my friends. But if you're hopping over to reading, you're going to recognize that. You're going to be inundated with EW, so you can recognize that more. Let's do one more. Spell the word padu. Padu. P-a-d-u. Padu. Padu. Excellent. Very good, Red One. Very good, Lily. Very good, Cameron. Excellent, Daryl. That's right. Good, Sheldon, Amy, Julie. Excellent, everybody. Yeah, you got it. So we know that this D has to be doubled so that U can say and you knew that it was a multi-syllable word. So we're going to end it with a U-E. All right, so even if that warm-up was difficult today, it must have warmed you up because you did great on that, and that is not an easy lesson today. We're talking about a vowel team or a grapheme that pronounces the sound of a letter that's not even in that vowel team at all. So E-W, I couldn't even remember it myself. E-W says oo or U at the end of short words. U-E does follow the tab 2 rule, and that is the spelling of choice for the long vowel sound at the end of multi-syllable words. Usually. Both of those are usually. There are some exceptions on both of those, but we have to go with usual patterns because there's very few absolutes in English. All right, so I won't see you on Wednesday. However, please still come because you're going to have Tanya on my wonderful sub. Tanya is going to step in for me while I'm out of town on Wednesday. So just log in as normal and you'll be blessed to learn from her on Wednesday. And then I will see you on Monday. Bye everybody. Have a good night.